Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. Today's class is upper body foam rolling for myofascial release. I will demonstrate a variety of ways to foam roll all of the areas of the back, the shoulders, the arms, and neck to help relieve tension, soften the tissue, and improve mobility. This is also a great way to help prevent injury or help address old injuries that need attention. You will need that foam roller and 2 tennis balls. So let's get started. We're going to begin longwise on our roller. Sit towards the end of your roller. And then we're going to roll all the way back down, nice and slow. When you get to the end of the roller, make sure your head is completely supported and not hanging off the back side. And your shoulder blades are wrapping around that roller, walking your feet about hip distance apart. Let your arms just rest on the floor for a moment and just feel the alignment of everything. Your tailbone. We're going to really get into all the different areas of the upper body today. We're going to roll it, stretch it, relax it, soften all those tissues, get them invigorated at the same time. So with your belly pushing into your spine into the roller, grounding into your feet, slowly bring both arms straight up to the sky, palms facing your feet. Good. And then you're going to slowly reach the hands overhead, all the way overhead, towards the back. And then bring them all the way back up to the sky. And then you're going to turn your palms towards the towards the top of your head. And then you're going to bend, flex the wrist, and try to reach over behind your head. So you're going to get a little extra stretch in the tricep, the forearm, the wrist, maybe the armpit, and then bring them back up slowly. And then flip your hands the other way. So now they're facing your feet again. Pull your shoulders away from the ears because they tend to go up to the ears when we do that. And then now bend your wrists so you're flexing them so the fingers are pointing towards your feet, and then push your wrists over your head, straight arms. So you're getting a little forearm stretch there. And then maybe wiggle your wrists or move them side to side like windshield wipers. Just check in how everything feels. The bicep, the tricep. We're going to get into all those areas today, the forearm, the shoulders, the back. And then straighten out your wrist and flex your fingers nice and wide, reaching them over your head. Palms are up, and then you're slowly going to bend your elbows and pull them down by your sides. Let them slide. Good. And maybe your hands will go on the floor, maybe they don't. Just feel that stretch through the shoulders, and then very slowly sweep the arms all the way down towards the hips. Turn your palms down onto the floor, relax your shoulder blades. Good, and then again, slowly reach the arms up to the sky. Flex your wrist, fingers point to your feet, and reach the arms overhead, straight arms. Take a breath in, and then exhale, flatten out the wrist, bend the elbows, sweep them down again. It's like a bent elbow snow angel almost. And then straighten the arms as they reach to your legs or your thighs, and then turn your palms down. Good, and then up again, all the way. And then bend the elbows, sweep them down. A variation of those snow angels, and then palms down. Good, now we're going to take both arms straight up to the sky. Turn your palms to face each other. Press the palms together, pull the shoulders away from the ears. So we're going to challenge the core just a little. If you need to walk your feet wider, you can. Try to keep them pretty close together, and you're going to rock side to side. So you're going to roll maybe to your right, onto your left side of your upper back, and reach your arms to the left. So you're tilting the body. If you fall off the roller, you only have 6 inches to fall, giving a little massage and warming up that core. Try to go as far as you can into that shoulder blade and that shoulder from one side to the other, reaching the arms. Letting your head rest on the roller as you roll side to side. One more. And then back to center. Good. Slowly let the arms float down next to the body. Walk the feet back in close. One more time. Now we're going to take the arms slowly straight up to the sky. Palms face your feet. Flex the fingers or reach them way overhead. And then bend the elbows, straighten out the wrist as you pull the elbows towards the rib cage, and then straighten the arms like a modified snow angel. And then turn the palms to the floor. Good. Now we're going to slowly roll off the side of the roller. Lift your head up when you come off, and then sit up nice and tall, and we're going to bring that roller behind us. All right. So now we're going to go into the upper back. We're going to work our way from the bottom of the shoulder blades to the top of the shoulders. So feet flat, knees bent. Let's bring that roller right about the very bottom of those shoulder blades. Now I want you to be mindful of what feels okay to you. I don't want you to not be able to breathe or catch your breath or have pain. So with that roller pressed in, at any time have a hand behind the head. If your neck gets tired or fatigued, pull the belly into the spine. Option to cross your arms over your chest. Just give yourself a hug, and then start to open up lean back, open up the body, curve yourself over the roller, hips stay on the floor, and then come back up. And again, if that's too much on your head when it goes back and your head collapses through the vertebrae of the neck, have an arm behind the head and one arm across the rib cage. 2 more times. We're going to do about 4 of these each section. Make sure you're breathing. 1 more. Open it up, leaning it back. And then come up. Good. Now you're going to roll your body forward, or at least just lift the roller up a little higher on those shoulder blades. Cross the arms or put a hand behind the head and tilt your body, open it up, curve over the roller, and then come back up. And again, keeping the hand. You have 1 hand behind the head, 1 arm across the rib cage. Keeping the elbow in close to the body. If you are holding your head with the elbow, keep it in right next to your cheek. Open. Make sure you're breathing. This is so good for our breath, to open up the lungs, to get that expansion through the thoracic spine. The chest, good. Now we're going to move up again. The roller goes higher up on those shoulder blades. And continue to open and close. And again, change arms maybe. If you have 1 arm behind, bring that elbow in close to the cheek. One more. Open it up. Hips are still on the floor. Good. Now from here, we're going to bring both fingertips behind the ears. Open the elbows nice and wide. And we're going to lift the hips off the floor, and we're going to roll the upper back now. A little chiropractic adjustment possibly, and you go to about the bottom of the shoulder blades or where that belly button comes through to the back. We don't roll the low back, at least not in this one. So I want you to stay safe. You never know what things are going on down there. Good. 1 more roll. Up and down. Good. And then when you get back to the top of those shoulder blades, we're going to lower those hips. And we're going to scoot the hips slightly to the right so you can go onto your left hip. Rotate your elbow down onto the top of the roller. So your left shoulder is on the roller, left arm is on the roller. And then drop your knees to the left. That's it. And then you're going to hold your head with your left hand. And then I want you to start to roll your whole body to the left, collapsing towards that roller, getting into the top of the shoulder, and then open back up, draw the right elbow back, and then forward again. You can do this. That's it. Getting into that upper shoulder and right behind that rear delt. Now another option is you can straighten out your left hand and then turn the palm up. Use your right hand to hold your head so your neck doesn't get tired, and then draw your chest towards your roller and then open it to the sky. You're really getting into the back of that shoulder. Good. Now 1 more, and then open up. Bend the elbow, so you're at 90 degrees at the elbow, and again, roll towards that arm and back. So we're starting on the left because majority are right-handed, or even if you're not and you're left-handed, we use the mouse a lot on the computer, so we can get really tight in that right side. So we want to just loosen up, soften the tissue on this left shoulder girdle. One more roll. Good. Now we're going to come all the way back towards the middle of our back, drop the hips back to center, lift the knees. Let's try the other side. So now you're going to scoot your hips slightly to the left so you can drop onto the right butt cheek, drop your knees to the right, roll onto the right shoulder, move that roller so you're right at the very top. The elbow is still on that roller. Good. And you can bend the elbow, hold your head with your right hand, and then gently rotate forward, chest towards the arm, and then open up the chest to the sky. So it's like rolling side to side, opening and closing the upper body. And just notice what you have going on in that shoulder. The right side might be different than the left as we work the upper body on that foam roller. We're doing what we call myofascial release, SMR, self-myofascial release. It's like a deep tissue massage. One more. And then we're going to straighten out that right arm. Bring your left hand over your head so you can hold the head and the neck. And then again, roll towards that arm. Do a couple rolls side to side. And then you're going to open it up, bend the elbow so it's at 90 degrees, and again, roll forward and back into it. So that changes it. When you bend the elbow, changes your angle. Make sure your elbow's not hanging off the back of the roller or the front. It's right on top. That's going to make a difference. One more. And then we're going to come back onto our backs, and the fingers are going to be nice and wide. Good. Place the feet flat on the floor, hips on the floor. Let's lift the hips and then roll again. One more time. This time we're going to pull the elbows in, tuck the chin, and get a little deeper into that upper back. And last one, lower those hips all the way down. Good. Now we're back in the middle of the shoulder blades, so we're not quite so high up on them. We're going to do the same thing, but we're changing our angle. So on the butt, shift your hips to the right, drop to your left hip, butt cheek, drop the knees to the left, roll now into your left shoulder blade, left armpit. And now your left elbow can go on the floor behind that roller. So when you're leaning on it, you want to feel the shoulder blade. The armpit is actually, it's pretty close to that roller. You can kind of adjust where you want it to be. And we're going to rock and roll side to side. So you're going towards the armpit and then back into that shoulder blade. Now, if you're missing lymph nodes in this area, stay back on that shoulder blade. You don't want to go all the way into that chest wall. Be mindful of any surgeries you've had, any torn ligaments, any scar tissue. It might be kind of tender in there, so just be mindful of how much pressure you are putting in that area of the armpit and all those rotator cuff muscles. We want to just soften the tissue, get the nerve. There's nerves running all the way through our fascia. It connects everywhere. So we just want to get things, they call it organizing it, getting the nerves to work together, everything to kind of like think of squeezing a sponge, and then when we let it go, it can pull in that hydration and nutrients. Now from here, we're going to roll forward a little bit towards that armpit, and then draw your body up and down, north and south on your mat. So you're getting a little into those lats. If it's too much, you can lean back slightly. You can play around with where you are, forward or back. Almost there, getting into those lats. Last one. Now we're going to switch sides. So very slowly rotate your body upwards to the sky, feet flat. Shift your hips to the left as you drop to your right butt cheek. Your knees drop to the right. And then bring your right elbow over the top of that roller. Support your head in your hand. And then again, we're going to rock side to side, east and west. Chest goes towards the roller, and then you roll back onto your shoulder blade. forward and back, forward and back. Now the right side again might be a little more sensitive. Same thing goes for this side. If maybe this is the side you're missing lymph nodes, be mindful. If you have any injuries or things going on in that shoulder, or you worked on the computer a lot and there might be some sensations, sensations or sensitivity in that tissue. Making sure you're breathing. Your elbow does come off the floor when you roll back and open up your chest, and then it goes back onto the floor when you roll towards the chest, towards the roller. Now we're going to roll, find your middle ground towards the roller, towards the armpit, excuse me, and move the roller up and down. Now we're going north and south, moving into that lat. So right behind that armpit. You can keep your hips on the floor and just do a little movement or lift your hips up depending on how much pressure you want and you can handle on that roller. And how firm your roller is. There's different densities. One more. Good. And then we're going to lower the hips if they're up and roll back onto our backs. Good. Bring your elbows or forearms to the roller and then gently press yourself up. Good. Slide your arms around your knees. Walk them in. Lift nice and tall. Let's just stretch it out. Tuck your chin. And then push your back backwards, round through your back. And breathe. Good. Now, from here, we're going to bring that roller back longwise on the mat, but we're going to actually straddle the roller slightly towards the end of it, coming onto our knees. Now we're going to go into, we've got the whole upper shoulder blade, and we're going to go down now into the brachialis, the outside. We're going to be getting the triceps, biceps, the outside of the bicep. So this is kind of like thread the needle. So you're going to be kneeling your hips to the heels. And again, make adjustments with that roller to what you need. You're going to take the right arm, palm is up on the roller, and you're going to slide it to the left side, slide all the way down till you go right above the elbow. Place your left hand on the floor on the left side of the roller, and then just gently move that arm side to side. Now, palm is up. You might feel a little tenderness here. This has a lot to do with bending and flexing the elbow, this area. And then turn your palm down. Might feel that a little more. Good. Turn that palm way up. Really twist. Now try to turn your palm towards the front of the roller, your thumb towards the floor. So you're really getting the outside edge there, right above the elbow. Good. Now we're going to release, and we're going to come up a little higher, and we're going to place the forearm, the right forearm, palm is still up on the roller, and you're going to do a little pressure with your left hand on that forearm, and again, roll it. So getting that forearm, relax your shoulders. You can go all the way towards the wrist and back towards the elbow. And then we're going to turn the palm down and continue to roll, adding a little pressure to get the bottom side of that forearm. Good. And then we're going to release. Nice. And then press the right hand on top of the roller so the fingertips are going towards the left side of it. Good. And then just bring it up and then just do a little mini rotation with the elbow. It doesn't move much. So your palm is flat on the roller, fingertips hanging over the left side of it. And then release. And then just do a little wrist circle. We're going to do the other side. So the left top of the arm above the elbow. So you're going to take your left palm up on top of the roller, right hand on the floor on the right side of the roller, and then slide that arm all the way under so you go above the elbow on that roller, and then slide it side to side. So the arm is sliding right and left. And just notice the difference. Palm is up. Good, now let's turn the palm down. Try it this way. Anybody notice anything there? Oh, hello, it's talking to me. How about you? Let's turn the palm up this time, but see if you can get the rotation even further to get the thumb towards the floor, to get a little bit deeper and further out. Maybe it doesn't rotate that much, that's okay. One more, and then we're gonna release, and we're coming back up. Now we're going to that left forearm, palm is up. Place your right hand on top, and then just a little movement. Good, and you can go into the meaty part of the muscle all the way down to the wrist. Good, side to side. Now we're gonna flip the palm down and roll the forearm. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. Good, and then we're gonna take that same palm and we're gonna keep it facing that way, where like we had the forearm, but just roll it up so the left hand goes on that roller. Straighten out the arm, lift over it, and just rotate the elbow just a little bit. Good, and then release and make circles with the wrist. All right, here's the fun part. So now from here, what we're gonna do is you're gonna take the roller. I'm gonna start on my left side, and I'm gonna lay on the belly. So let's lay all the way down onto our bellies. All right, so we're gonna get, now we just did the back side, we're gonna get the front now, and we're gonna get into the bicep, tricep a little more. So with your left arm on the roller, I want you to pull the roller as close as you can into your armpit and the chest wall. Place your forehead on your right hand on the floor. Good. Now put your left hand on the floor at 90 degrees at the elbow, and then just rock yourself gently side to side like a mini massage in that chest wall. Relax your legs. With your forehead on your arm, I want you to really lengthen through the neck. And remember not to go too deep if you're missing lymph nodes. You can change what you're feeling by lifting your elbows slightly and rolling. Get a little bit higher up into that chest wall and that arm. Good, and then we're gonna pause here. Now you're going to take your left arm and we're gonna straighten it out, and you're slowly gonna sweep it down towards the roller and then bring it back up. Like a snow angel, but single arm, palm is down. And just glide it along. Try to relax your legs, the rest of your body. Good. Just notice what's going on in that shoulder. Notice when you change the angle of your hand, like if you sweep your palm like upward and then sweep it down, or vice versa, sweep where the back of your hand is coming towards the head and then the palm is going towards your feet, or the palm is towards the floor. One more. Good. Now from here, we're going to take the roller. I'm just checking, let's see here. Yep, we're gonna go to the other side. So you can be fancy or just lift it up, or you can roll over it. So bring that roller to the right armpit. Bring your forehead to your fist so you can really lengthen, or the back of your hand. 90 degrees at the right elbow, and then just a little rock side to side. Massaging through that chest wall, getting a little bit into the base of that bicep. We're going to get into that more. Good. Now we're going to pause here, and we're going to straighten out that right arm, and I want you to just sweep it down. Palm is facing the floor and up, like you're waving. Straight arm. Sweep it from the shoulder out to the side. Remember to ease up on the tension if it's too much on that shoulder. Try changing the angle of your palm. Maybe sweep the palm towards your feet and the back of your hand towards your head. And then you can even switch it up if your shoulder can do that. Good. And then palm back to the floor. Excellent. Now, while we're here, we're going to bring the roller right in front of us, and we're going to keep the right hand on the floor under our chest at 90 degrees, and we're going to move into tricep. So we're going from here to the back of the arm. You're going to bring your tricep right on top of that roller, the left tricep, and your palm is facing the floor, the arm is straight. And you're just going to lift your body up, and then lower your body towards the roller. So the roller's automatically rolling on your tricep. Go towards your elbow, and then back towards your armpit. And breathe. Now we're going to also do this same move, but the palm is going to be up. And we're going to lift the body and then lower the body. Lift the body and then lower the body. Make adjustments with that roller if you need to, especially when we flip the palm up. You might have to move it a little lower. Good. If you find a trigger point or a place that feels a little bit of sensation, you need to hold on to that spot, you can do that as well. We're going to turn the palm down and do it 2 more times. Roll it up and down. Good. Now we're going to switch hands. So go ahead and bring your left elbow on the floor under your chest. Extend your right arm. So the tricep right above the elbow is in the middle, between the elbow and the shoulder should be on that roller. Palm is down, arm straight. Lift the body and then lower it towards the roller. Getting into that tricep. So we're getting all these areas of connective tissue that attach to our joints of the elbow, the wrist, the shoulder. Trying to soften up that tissue. Again, upper body foam rolling, myofascial release. Now we're going to turn the palm up and continue rolling. Again, you might have to adjust it a little lower when you do that towards the elbow. We don't go over the elbow joint. And then turn the palm down, last 2. Good. And then release. Now you're going to bring that roller back to your left side next to you. And you're going to go ahead and you can come down. You can rest your hand under your head, wherever feels good. But I want you to place the roller between your elbow and your armpit. And you're going to straighten the arm out to the left. And we're going into the bicep. So we're going to roll side to side. So palm is down, getting into that bicep. Now, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can turn your thumb to face the floor and continue to roll side to side. Now, if you find a trigger point, you can always just pause on it. You can also rest your head on your hand. And if you find a trigger point, you can also bend and straighten your elbow as you pause on it and sweep the hand. And the hand can be down or sideways, whatever works for you. Just find those areas. Maybe turn your palm all the way up with the thumb facing your feet. That really gets in there. Thumb to the floor. So just try all those different angles. Good. And then we're going to release and go to the other side. So now the right side. Straighten out the arm. You can rest your hand in your head or on your chin. Palm is down and slide yourself side to side, getting that bicep. Doesn't that feel good? Now maybe try turning your palm up where your thumb goes towards your feet. That you might feel a little bit more. Again, if you find a spot, you can have your palm towards the floor and bend and straighten your elbow, or sweep with your thumb down. There's lots of options there. And then palm down, roll it again, palm up. Just play around with what feels good to you. Good. And then we're going to release. Oh. Now we're going to come all the way up off of the floor. We're going to come to a variation of, come to our child's pose, knees apart, feet together, and place your forearms on the roller with your thumbs up. All the way towards, walk your wrist towards the roller, close to it, and then straighten out your arms and draw your forehead to the mat. We're going to stretch our low back and our arms here and just pause and breathe. Good. Turn your palms towards the floor. Turn your thumbs back to the sky. Now lift the head slightly, and as you come up with the upper body, turn your palms to the sky and pull the roller towards you gently, opening up in the chest and lowering the shoulders. Good. And then slide it out again. This time turn your thumbs to the sky as you slide forward. Feel the stretch through the armpits and then come back up. And we're getting into those fingers as well. Now this time we're going to turn the palms down, and you're going to roll the bottoms of the hands all the way to the fingertips. As it comes close, lower those shoulders. And then slide it forward. This time grasp the roller as you come down and really stretch through the forearms. So the wrists are bent and you're holding on to that roller. So you can really stretch out the forearms, drop your head, and breathe. Good, and then slowly come all the way up. A couple shoulder rolls, nice work. Okay, let's see here. Where are we going from here? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get the 2 tennis balls. Bring the roller behind you. We're going to have a seat on the floor. We're going to rearrange ourselves here. So we're going to go into, so we did a lot of the upper back and the shoulder blades and the chest. So we're going to go to the middle of the back, right between those 2 shoulder blades. So you want the tennis balls as close together because they're not going to hit the spine even if they're super close. And you're going to place them right in the middle of those shoulder blades, and you're laying on your back. So you're going to be here, place them together, and then you're going to slide your body just up enough so you can feel them go right in between those 2 shoulder blades so they're not pressing on your vertebrae. Make adjustments. Feet are flat, knees are bent. All right, let's let the lower body, the hip bones, just everything relax into the floor. Your head is resting on the floor. Your shoulders are up just a bit because you probably can't get them all the way to the floor. Let your hands rest next to your body and just start to tune in and take a couple deep breaths here. Now, if it's too intense, you can shift more weight to your hands and your hips if you need less pressure on that area. So we're going to do some moves with the arms now. So your roller can be behind you. I just put mine to the side or next to you. We'll get to it in a minute. So I want you to bring your hands all the way up to the sky. The palms are facing each other. Relax those shoulders. Reach your right arm over your head and your left hand to your hip. And very slowly breathe in and rotate the arms the opposite way. Good. And then one more time, switch. And to even it out, we'll switch one more time. And just notice what's going on in those shoulder blades as you switch the arms. Good. Both arms come back up to the sky, palms face each other, and then you're going to open your arms nice and wide like a T, very slowly, and then bring them up and across your body like you're giving yourself a hug. Crisscross the arms. And then open very slowly like a T, breathing in. And when they come back, give yourself a hug, opposite arm on top. And then open wide. We have 2 more of these. And then crisscross the arms. And open wide. It's controlled, it's slow. You're not forcing anything. Last one. Crisscross the arms. Open wide. We're going to let the arms open and rest on the floor wide. Now, this can be a little intense. If it's too much, you can always push through your feet and your hips and lift up a little bit of pressure off of the tennis balls. Now you're going to slowly sweep your arms wide and up over your head. And then down by your hips again like a snow angel. And then sweep them up again over your head. And then last time, like a snow angel. And then take them out wide like a T. Good. And then you're slowly going to lift your head and roll off the side of those tennis balls and place them on the floor out of the way. And then you're going to take your foam roller and we're going to bring it back and we're going to place our head on the roller. Scoot down so I don't hit the wall. So just let it, pretend like your roller is a pillow and just let your whole head just melt into the pillow of the roller pillow. And then hips are on the floor, feet flat on the floor, knees bent. I want you to walk your shoulders away from your ears and see if you can get your upper back, your shoulders just to melt into the floor. Good. Now you're going to reach for the outside edges of your roller. If you have a shorter roller, that's fine. You can still hold the outside edges or just reach your arms longer. We're going to slowly take our head. We're going to roll it to the left side. I'm doing everything left first just because, why not? I'm right-handed, but we're doing left today. So left side. So you're on the left side of your skull, this occipital bone, right behind your ear. So that roller is right behind your ear. And you're just going to do a little nod yes. We don't roll the cervical vertebrae. We want to avoid that. So we can do the skull. We can do the muscle tissue on either side of the vertebrae. Good. And just let your chin drop slightly towards your chest. Now you're slowly going to drop both knees to your right, to what feels comfortable. You're holding onto the roller, so you're still stretching through the left chest wall. So it's important to stretch the areas too after we roll them. So that's why we're getting into some of these stretches now. Feels so good. Don't forget to smile or close your eyes and relax. You can move your head a little if you'd like, a little no and a little yes, massaging it out. And then very slowly bring your knees back to center. And then let your head transition to the right. Good. And just find that spot right behind the ear, occipital bone, or a little bit of those muscles of the neck next to the vertebrae. And then very slowly drop your knees to the left. And just notice the difference, where you're feeling it. Maybe the right chest wall, maybe the neck. Draw your chin maybe down, move it around a little, up, down. Yes, no. Don't forget your breath. Good, very slowly. Let your knees come back to center first, and then bring your head back to center. Now you're going to move the roller a little bit higher on your head, so it's more to the back of your head. Maybe you're looking at the ceiling. Good. And then I want you to just do a little nod no right in the middle of the back of your head. And then turn it to the left and a little nod yes. And we're going to keep the arms on the outside of the roller and drop both knees to your right again. So it's going to change it up a little. Now you can also draw your chin down slightly and get a little stretch through the neck. Maybe that left side of the back of the neck. And breathe. Never force anything. Don't strain it. Slowly bring both knees back to center. And then tilt your head. It's in the middle still to the right. Adjust your shoulder blades. Feel them melting into the floor. Drop both knees to your left. Maybe draw your chin down for a little stretch. Notice the difference. Make adjustments with your head, what you need. Breathe. And then we're going to come back up with the knees to the center, head back to the neutral center of our head. And then you're going to take the roller out from behind your head and bring it to the side. Good. Let your head go all the way to the floor. Walk your shoulder blades away from the ears. And then straighten out your legs. I just want you to feel the upper body. Feel the shoulder blades, how everything feels. Feel the length of your neck. Take a deep breath in. Good. Now reach your fingertips way over your head. Now if this goes into your low back, feel free to bend your knees. Or you can keep them straight. Maybe grab hold of a wrist, the right or left wrist. Give a little pull. And then switch wrists, the other one. Good. And then release the arms. Bring them all the way down by your sides. Bend both knees. Good. We're going to hug the knees into the chest and give it a rock side to side. So we're not quite done yet. We need to do a couple more stretches here to get into all the areas that we rolled. All right, so you can roll to your side and come up, or you can just roll straight up. We're going to cross the legs. You're welcome to sit up on the roller if you would like, or a block or a blanket. I want you to line the shoulders over the hips. Chin in alignment, ears over shoulders. Just feel the length of your neck. Take your right hand and reach it to your left thigh, left hand back behind you. Now lengthen through the spine and sit as tall as you can first. And now twist towards your left. And then turn your head and look as far behind you as you can. And just breathe here. Feel that nice stretch. You're using your right hand and to pull your upper body. Maybe bend that right arm just a little. Get a little deeper stretch with the upper back. One more breath. And then slowly you're going to release the hand, let the head come back to neutral with the upper body. Now just realign yourself before we go to the other side. Good. Now you're going to take your left hand, we're going to twist through the whole upper body. Take that right hand behind you, lengthen through the base of the spine first, and then start to twist to your right with the upper body. Now really bend into that left elbow so it can pull you a little more. Get that nice stretch through that left shoulder blade, maybe up through the neck. Feel the lengthening. Focus on your breath. One more breath. Start to lessen and loosen the tension on that left arm. Come back to center. Good. Relax the shoulders. We have 2 more stretches, and then we will be all done. So the first one will be to take the hands behind the back, interlace those fingers, gently press the palms together and lengthen the arms. Lift them slightly off the floor if you can. We'll turn and demonstrate here. Again, you can sit up on the roller if that makes it a little easier. And if that's not doable, you can just reach your arms behind. Just get a little bit of a stretch in that chest and the neck. Make sure your head is not falling forward, staying in alignment. Lifting the arms as comfortably possible without yanking. And then we're going to release the arms. We're going to bring the feet flat on the floor, knees bent. One more time, we're going to slide both hands under the knees, and you're going to make a fist, or you can interlace the fingers. And then you're going to lengthen the spine, maybe walk the feet forward a little more, and let the legs push down on your arms. So you're really stretching here through the side of the neck. Lengthen, lengthen. Feel the crown of your head pushing to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax those shoulders and really feel the whole rib cage, everything lengthening. Good. Last one, and then release. Go ahead and cross those legs again. Have a seat nice and tall. Did a great job today. Upper body foam rolling for myofascial release is all complete. Take a deep breath in. Inhale the arms up. Press the palms together. Exhale, palms to heart space. Thank you so much for joining me today. May you move freely and stay more mobile. Namaste.